Papa, bitteschön.
What does reaching of Nibbana mean? Is it kind of a wisdom or is it enlightenment? What is it?
Okay. Let's say Nirvana, it's word, just one word, okay? Okay? Nirvana is the stage when someone reach Nirodha. This is everything, it's just a word. I'm just saying words now. Nirvana, Nirodha, reaching. No. What is the meaning? This is words in Pali language, in the language of the Buddha. Actually in Pali we say Nibbana, in Sanskrit we say Nirvana. The word of what they mean when they say what is the meaning of the word Nirodha? Nirodha, it means stopping, ceasing, ending. When I make this, I take. Now there is a light, huh? This is Nirodha, stopping. Okay.
So because in the chanting there was something like reaching Nibbana, and is it like having good karma or?
Okay, yeah, sure. I explain. When we talk about Nirodha, what is the meaning? Which Nirodha talking about when the Buddha used the word of Nirodha? When he talk about Nirodha, he talk about, because the Buddha, he only talk about the teaching of the Buddha is what is the suffering, okay? What is the meaning of suffering? What is Guten Abend. He teach what is suffering. Yeah. He call it dukkha. Yeah. He talk about the reason of the suffering. He talk about ending of suffering, ending, stopping of suffering, Nirodha of the suffering, which is the stage of nirvana, and how to do it. Okay, there is a suffering and there is Nirodha of the suffering. Now, if we talk about nirvana, there is Nirodha or nirvana, there is two kinds. There is one kind when the people are alive, still alive, and there is one kind which is when the people dying. When the suffering is stopping, what should be that we can say, now it was Nirodha of the suffering. It means that something that makes the suffering should stop by itself. When there is Nirodha of the things that make the suffering, then it will be Nirodha of the suffering. I take the table. I say, this table is not beautiful. This table, it's not clean. When I can say that this table is beautiful or clean? When it will be the time that I can say this table is beautiful or clean? When the things that make him dirty will go. So in the same way, when the dirt, this dust of the table is going, when the dust in the mind is going, then the table is clean, then the mind is clean. What is the dust of the mind? Buddha used it kilesa, or ignorance, or we use the words of hindrances. Why we call it hindrances? Because interest is something that blocks you. You want to do something, it's not let you do. You want to go, you cannot see. And what is this hindrances in the mind? What makes us suffering in the mind? For example, anger, greed, worry, doubt, laziness, sadness, all these things in the mind. Any one of you like it? There is anyone that like when he feels this kind of feeling? Nobody. That's why we call them suffering. We have them in the mind. On the moment that these things is cutting from the mind, stopping, turning off in the mind, same like the fire, in this moment also the suffering will stop. And the Buddha said it's not that it's something which is not possible to do. It's for sure it's possible. Actually the way to do it, it's very, very simple. But it's difficult. Yeah? It's possible. You say it's possible, but it's not easy to do. Okay? And what is this way? This is the Eightfold Path. You just make it in an easy way, don't do bad, so you don't have to fight with any bad in the future. You make good, so good will come to you. And if you be mindful how much you can during your life, you will be able to manage your life in a better way. To be able to do these three things It's not easy for us because we don't used to do it. Normally I want to go to find work or something. If I see that something can make difficult, why should not I tell lies? Easy, I can get the work better. So suppose I know this company, I'm going to look for work, and I know that if this company, they know that sometimes maybe I work in America, they get me faster. I can come, I can say, I was sometimes in America, nobody will look for me, nobody ask me, they will be happy and I can get the job. If I know that I talk about someone, something, these people, they think, this man is no good, they can get me to the job, for example. There are many reasons for mosquito. Easy, can make my malaria. Kill them. Why you want to make malaria to me? So I said to people, no good to kill. What do you want, that I get malaria? What you want, all the ants is eating my bread? I kill all of them. Now I clean. Everything clean. So I have very good reason to kill. I have very good reason to steal. I have very good reason to go with another wife of someone. I don't care. She's married. We enjoy. We have good time together. I have very good reason to tell lies. I'm sitting with a friend in the pub. Why I should not drink a little bit? I even get drunk a little bit. So what? Then we take drugs also. Very nice. We a little bit relaxed from the week. All these things is normal for us to do. But all these things, the Buddha says, it's the same like it will be normal for you to touch the fire. Actually, nobody cares that you touch the fire, but you will have pain. Nobody sit there and say, you touch the fire and I give you this, boom, punish. But we are still doing it. Sometime I go in Frankfurt, I see the poor people, they are asking, can you give me something to eat? I have many reasons to think why it's no good to give them. Why they don't go to work? Maybe they are just cheating us. Maybe they are millionaires already. Every day they can get so much. If we come with loving kindness and we give them, this is our loving kindness. It's our mind to develop. If we protect ourselves and we keep not to make bad, so no bad will come to us. If we keep giving and doing and helping, we maintain it, we develop it. So the happiness is coming to us. I'm sitting. I know I'm sitting. Easy. I ask the people what you are doing. I say, what do you mean what I'm doing? I'm listening to you or what I'm doing. So I know what I'm doing. Why you ask me what I'm doing? You want me to tell you that I'm sitting? For sure I'm sitting. People tell I all the time know what I'm doing. So I ask, how many times you forgot where you put the key? How many times you are looking for your handy, where you put the handy? How many times you are driving but your mind thinking about something else? Look, we see that most of the day we don't, we don't used to be mindful. That's why we have to develop it. Actually, if we talk about this, don't do bad, do good, and practice to be mindful. Very easy, very simple, let's say. But if we try to do it, very difficult. Actually, the Buddha described it, like I said, like a dust in the eye. He says some people have a lot of dust. These people, I cannot teach them. They don't come to listen even. Some people have little dust, same like you. You're open, you're trying. Sometimes can develop more faster, some can develop a little bit less, but still on the way. When people starting the way and they're progressing slowly, more and more, slowly, they clean the mind. And then they see the fight with the greed. Boom, 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 they got it. They fight, they're mindful about the anger. Boom, 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 and the laziness. Boom, boom, boom. They acknowledge everything they acknowledge. Slowly, they start to cut it. Sometimes I describe it like a tree. You cannot cut the tree one time. If you have tree of the anger, tree of the worry, tree of the doubt, slowly you can clean them. The Buddha said, if you be mindful every moment by moment, you don't forget. 7 years. Totally you cut all the tree. You turn off. You niroda all of them. You get into stage of Nibbana. It takes some time. I cannot tell. Let's say, because I say about moment by moment, the problem is that we forget mostly. That's why it takes a little bit more. I cannot tell how long. Different people, different time. Some people can be 1 day. Some people can be 1 month. Some people can be 1 year. Some people can be more. Some people can be more than reincarnation. But I only can tell you like this. If you follow these 3 things, you cannot run away from happiness. It will run after you. The Buddha says, he says, as long as people will follow this Eightfold Path, okay, it will be enlightened people in the world. Yesterday I talked about 1 hour about this Eightfold Path. Now I just mentioned them. The first is the right wisdom. Second is right thinking. 3 is right speech. Then we have right action. And then right way of living or right way of working. And then we have right effort. And then we have right mindfulness. And then we have right concentration. Altogether it's 8 parts that we have like a free. If we want to go to Berlin, we have to drive these 8 points. The Buddha was sitting in the, before he was 30 on the age, till 35 years. He still have the greed, anger, delusion in the mind. He was fighting a lot with it. When he was 35 years, he was sitting in meditation, and then he find out the mindfulness. Then he start to look at all this nature thing, and then he cut everything. In this moment, what happened is that he didn't have any more greed in the mind. It means in this moment, it doesn't matter what he have or he don't have. He happy, whatever he has, because he don't have greed. He don't want. Whatever is satisfied. He cut totally the anger. It doesn't matter what you say to him. It doesn't matter what you do to him. It doesn't matter what you disturb him. You take for him. Nothing can make him anger. No more doubt. This way is working. No more laziness. 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, you wake him and you say, oh, you do this and this. Okay, if you need to do, I just do it. No more worry. He chose this night that he was sitting because in that time they believe that in this night all the ghosts, all the afraid coming and attack you. That's why he chose to sit that night. That's why he chose this night, and then he boom, and then he can overcome and cut totally the worry. Nothing can make him worry. It means he got into stopping or ceasing totally of the hindrance. He make nirodha totally to the hindrances. So that I can say in nirvana. He get nirvana. He was alive. When he come back after 7 days, he was standing and sitting, nothing disturbed him. 7 days. Yeah, he's still alive. He has the karma to continue. He come back and continue to live 45 years. But everybody is dying. We get old, we have to die. The body dies. So till 80 years he was alive. That's why we say he get enlightenment. It means he get arahant. This is arahant in Pali, we say, enlightened person. You see, the Buddha, he was arahant, but nobody teach him. He get enlightenment, the first one. He didn't have any teacher. Yeah, he was the first arahant without teacher. That's why we call him Sammasambuddhasa. That's why he's not only arahant, but he's also Buddha. He get enlightenment by himself. And then he teach other people. They also get enlightenment. But there was not any more Buddha, there was only arahant, because someone teach him. In the 80 years, the Buddha died. But actually we don't say dying. It means the body ceases, the body stops. So he go to final nirvana. We call it parinirvana. So this is the nirvana after dying. Answer to your question?
Yes, totally.
Usually people tell us something, we immediately get anger. Why they do this to me? I have very good friends, long year. Now he became sick. He's in the hospital. I so hate to go to the hospital. Why I have to go to? I don't know what to tell to this man. What I have to take with him? I don't know. He's sleeping in the hospital. What should I take to him? I don't know. Bomboniera. What do I take? These friends, we don't know to make the examination. He all the time fail. I don't like that he don't successful. My friend has birthday, but so many people going there. I don't like to go. Why should I have to go to this many people all the time? Didn't see good. I cannot find my girlfriends, but my friends, he get married. I'm not happy to go to his marriage. I'm so jealous about him. Why I cannot find a girlfriend? Or no, he already get married. Why I should go to his marriage? Someone tell me something. I didn't make it. Why you tell me? Why you blame me? I didn't make anything. I have to show you that I didn't make it. You see how much suffering this situation creates on us? The neighbor died. They go to the graveyard. What should I go to the graveyard? I'm not happy to go to the graveyard. I should not go with them. These people, they're sitting. I don't know what to tell to the family after the son died. Should I go there? I'm feeling not comfortable to go there. What should I tell to the family? They are so sad, and I go there. I don't like to go. Better don't go. Did you know this situation in the past? Can you see the jealousy inside? People tell you something you never make. You're so angry about them. Why blame you so much? The Buddha said there is 4 elements in the mind, which if the people they have it, the mind is very, very, very high level. These 4 elements so high that it means that the mind of the person is like a god. It's the same like the person is living in the house of the god. That's why he called to these 4 elements Brahma Vihara. Brahma is the god. Vihara, it means the place. The whole. The first thing is metta. Metta, it means loving kindness. The Buddha say the same, like you want to explain how much we have to love. He said the same like the mother, the level, if we talk about volume, the mother holding her own son, she can give up her life for him. In the same way, the person has to love all the creatures. But first of all, he has to love himself. If he don't know to love himself, how can he know how to love other people? So one time, the Dalai Lama tells a story. You know, when the time the Chinese people, they go into Tibet, Dalai Lama was a little boy. Because he's a very important person, they took him on the donkey and they took him to India. Some they can run away from China into India. Many of them they couldn't run away and the Chinese catch them. Luckily they can catch them because most of them they kill. I mean, lucky they was that they catch them because most of them they die because they kill them. They send them to the Gulag. No Gulag? It's very cold there in Russia, in Siberia. One of these people was the friends, very good friends from childhood of the Dalai Lama. And after many, many years, he already get old. They release him, they let him out. So he come back home, and then he sees the Dalai Lama. So the Dalai Lama come, oh my dear friends, how are you? How it was there in the present. So the friend, this monk, he said to him, mostly it was very, very good, but some moment was very, very difficult. Almost I lose my loving kindness to my God. You don't think about what them, you think about them at himself and his loving kindness to these people. Some people they say, but I love her. But you see, if you love the birds, what you do? You close the door, you open the door. So this is loving kindness. Loving kindness, when you come, the teacher coming to the school and he's laughing, he's smiling to the children. The father, mother, they're nice to the children. You are someone gives something, like something, and you can give them. You can give them. Many ways of what we call loving kindness. So when the people know how to act with loving kindness, it's very, very high level. Second thing, it's karuna. Karuna, it means empathy. It's not mean that if someone's sick, I cry, oh, I suffer so much. It's not karuna, this is not empathy. This is sadness. I go to the hospital and the people, they sick and, oh, I'm sorry about you, you're going to die. Oh, this is not karuna, this is not empathy.
Oder ich gehe ins
This is anger. Worry. The boy, he go and he didn't pay attention, he hurt the legs. You don't come and shout on him, what you're doing, you don't pay attention. You shout on him, come on. What is this? No problem, next time you pay attention, you be careful, this pain will go away. No, sometimes people, they need a lot of problem, even you just listen to them, this is already karuna. They want to tell something, they want to share with you something, you're just sitting and listening to them, you don't tell anything, already karuna. You know, in Jerusalem there is the wall, how you call it? Actually, it's just a stone. People go and cry there and shout there and they pray there or whatever. This is already Karuna. Like to give advice. Everybody going, oh, I know how to solve your problem. Immediately I can tell everything. But even sometimes don't listen to the other person. I go with I want to go to India. I go to make the visa. Also my friend also comes. We go together to make the visa for India. I see, oh, I got the visa. Oh, they give me 6 months. And my friend don't get. I'm thinking, oh, I'm so happy. I don't think about them. I have to think about them. But it's not meant to be sad with them. Just to be nearby them. Sometimes people want to help. Immediately they come to help. Someone fell down. Sometimes we can raise him up. Sometimes we can give him a hand that he can stand up. Sometimes maybe he breaks something, we should not touch him. We just stand nearby him and to be with him. Different way of karuna, but I don't run away. I'm driving, I see the crash, the car crash. Oh, I don't want to see the blood. I run away. Stop and help. So this is mean karuna. Karuna is to identify it with the suffering of other people, but it doesn't mean I suffer for other people. And then we have mudita. Mudita, it means sympathetic joy. It means someone's success, I'm happy for him. The boy come with it. Oh, so nice! You got 90%. Very nice, successful in the school. I'm happy for him. I show him. Oh, you are very good. My friend have the birthday or whatever. I go. I don't like to go. You just go for him. You don't think about yourself too much. You just go. Your friend getting married. I gave an example. Even you cannot success. You don't feel about your sadness. You just go to be happy with them. Before I gave you example of the visa. You think that your friends got visa, but you don't get visa. What's the first action? Oh, I didn't go. Why didn't you give me? I don't think about them. Oh, you success. I think about myself. I don't success. You see how the jealousy coming is easy. Boom, jumping. Anger coming. Why they didn't give me? What did you do? This means mudita. It means to be happy for other people. You think I am teacher. Every day I'm teaching the same thing. I have one student. He go up, became professor, big professor in this. I teach him and he already so big and I'm so small again and teaching the same things. Why he success and I am sad about myself. But I don't think I have to show. Wunderbar. I am the father or mother, and I give education to I go working very hard in the building and every day doing very hard work and sweating so much, and I give to my child the ability to study. And then he go up and up in learning and study, he became doctor, became professor, he has many, I don't know, big villa, whatever, but I'm still working hard. And he's going with the 4 ND in the end. Yeah. So I don't jealous about him. I'm happy. He success. He became big. So this is mean mudita, to be happy for other people. And the last thing is more difficult. Maybe these 3 things I told you, you can say, oh, no problem, we do it. Sometimes we do it. The 4th one is more difficult. It's called upeka. Upeka is mean equanimity, to be neutral. For example, what do you think if people will come and blame you on something you never done? Immediately we want to come to say, no, we didn't make it, with anger. Why you blame me? You go to work, people say, you took my pen. Why you took my pen? You give me back your pen. And I never take it. Usually what I say? Why you mean I took from you? I never took from you. Why you blame me? Immediately I anger with them. I anger back. Fighting is the most solution, the best solution. People, we should stay neutral. They come, this is their anger. You don't take their anger to you. One time the Buddha, one man in the time of the Buddha, he go to visit another city. Guten Abend. Herzlich willkommen. And then he came back. So first one, he see his friend doing something. Oh, my dear friend, I want very much to tell you what I have another experience in the other city I want to share with you. The friend said to him, oh, my dear friend, I very much like to listen to you, but I have now something very important to do. Someone very wise person is the Buddha. I'm going to listen to him. Tomorrow I will come and I listen to you first. So he became angry. What do you mean the Buddha? Buddha is more important for me than me. I want to tell you, I don't need you. I go to my wife. And then he come back home, he opened the door, and say, oh, my dear wife, I want to tell you the great story, what I have in the other city. This is very, very important. I want to share with you. No, so she said to her, oh, my dear husband, I very much like to listen to your story, but I have something very important to do. There is someone named the Buddha, is a very important person. I must go to listen to him, and then I come back and I listen to you. Already the anger and the jealousy coming on him so much. What do you mean Buddha, Buddha? What? You go Buddha, I'm very important. I'm your husband. Why you don't want to listen to me? No, I don't need you. I go to my slave. And then he comes and see the slave, say, oh, my dear slave, I want to share with you the story, the great things what I have in the other city. At that time they used to go pair shoes. They don't have the shoes, they go without shoes. And then the slave, he comes and says to, oh, my dear owner, this is the water for washing the legs, and this is the soap for you to drink and to eat. I have something very important to do. There is one man, is very important, the Buddha, he come, I must go to listen to him. He already became so red and angry. I must to show this Buddha who is he. I show who is the best man here. Nobody will tell me Buddha, Buddha, I go to him now. And then everybody sitting, and the Buddha sitting waiting before they start. And suddenly this person coming, so much anger. And then he said to the Buddha, you are like this and you are going to start to tell many bad things about the Buddha. So the Buddha look at him, just looking, a little bit wait, and then make a short break in the talk. The Buddha asked him, tell me, sometimes you go to meet people, you go to visit the house of people? He said, for sure I'm going to meet the people in the house, but why you change the subject? You make like this and like this and like this and like this. So the Buddha asked him, and when you go to meet the people, sometimes you go and give them presents? So the Buddha, this man said, for sure I take presents, but why you change the subject? You are like this and like this and like this and like this. And then the Buddha told them, and sometimes it happens that you come and you bring certain presents, but these people, they never receive from you this present. They don't take from you. So you say, for sure, not every time the people take from me, but why you change the subject? And I guess you did I understand why you don't translate and the Buddha told them, when you come, you give to someone present, but you don't take it from you. So this present belongs to you or belongs to him? So what do you think? You want to give her, you don't want to take. So it belongs to her or belongs to me? To me?
Yeah.
Same thing. He said, you come so much anger, I don't take the anger to me. So do you stay with the anger? Why don't you learn to relax first? Sometimes people come and say, but he tell me like this and like this. He can tell whatever he wants. If he come and tell you that you don't have two hands, so what, you right? It means that immediately you don't have hands? So he can tell whatever he wants. You know yourself. You know you're pure, everything is okay. You learn to be neutral. Don't take the anger of other people. 8 things you cannot run away from them. You have 8 things in the world nobody can run away. For good and for bad. Healthy and sickness. There is anyone can run away sometimes to be healthy. There is anyone can run away to be sick. So this is two of them. Just I mentioned the word of this. This is called Loka Dhamma. Loka, it means words around the world. Dhamma, it means nature. It's natural things that nobody can run away. I start with the 2 first. Sickness and healthy. Second is happiness and suffering. Another 2. When you gain, you get something, and when you lose something. And the last is when people embrace you, they say very good things about you, and people, they insult you. They're going to blame you and speak very bad about you. we should learn to be on the top of them, neutral, not to follow any one of them. Even the Buddha, he was under them, but he was upeka, neutral. Before he died, he became sick. Sometimes he became sick. Sometimes he was like a Superman, but healthy. Sometimes he had many students. Sometimes he lose all the students. He was also under them, but he was on the top with neutral. And this is upeka, what I say. I say about the Brahma Viharas, I say metta, karuna, mudita, and upeka. So we say how to stay neutral. This is very important. That's why I say it's it's the most difficult. Another situation that the person should be neutral. Someone is very in difficult situation. We try to help them. We cannot help them. We can do only what we can do. Mostly when we try to help someone we cannot, we get disappointed. We try and we cannot, we get hurt. We feel bad because we cannot help. We should learn, we should remember that we can do only what we can do. We cannot do more than this. Sometimes you have to stay neutral. Don't feel bad if you cannot solve the problem totally. So this is what we call Brahma Vihara. Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upeka. Any questions? This was your question. This was your instruction about Brahma Vihara.
So, yeah, if you are acting in Upeka, in equanimity, one should be careful not to act with disinterest. So there's like kind of a small but very close difference between equanimity and like disinterest and
correct.
Carelessness.
Very important thing.
Yeah,
very important things what you say.
I said, I would like you to explain one more time a little bit practically how to stay neutral. Does it have something to do with not grasping for any negativity that is approaching me? I guess that this is the way to go. At the moment I grasp for something that is unpleasant approaching me, then I'm lost, then I'm out of equanimity, and I'm in the situation, I'm involved and into suffering.
You see, I talk about this Brahma Vihara, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upeka, but when to act in which time? Why we are not acting in this way? Because usually we don't act with the loving kindness, we act with anger. We don't act with the let's say, Karuna. We act with the worry or anger. Mudita, we act with the jealousy. So the upeka, sometimes we act with the greed or anger and delusion. What happens is that because we have inside the greed, anger, worry, doubt, lazy, so they are influencing, they don't let this Brahma Vihara to come. For example, I see the boy, he makes something, he didn't pay attention and he gets hurt. Sometimes the mother and father, why you don't look what you are doing? They try to teach him with anger. How they know that he is crying? How they know that he is standing or sitting? How they know that he ran now or just ran? Because they hear him, they see him, they smell him, they taste him, they feel him, they think about him. They just get one candle. Come up. Can't talk. But it's not finished there. Maybe we like it or we don't like it. And it's not finished there. Immediately we judge him. This is this. Again he don't do this. I teach him so many times. Immediately the anger come or whatever come. Boom, 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 boom. Big fire already. Maybe I beat him. Why you never listen to me? So many times I teach you. Why it's very difficult for us to stay like this? Because boom, 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 boom. Immediately we react. We follow all these conditions. Candles, one candle come, we don't turn it off, another candle, we don't turn on another candle, and then we deal with fire. Before I give you the example, someone talk with you, tell you took my pen. How I know he's talking with me? I just hear something, vibration. He can ask me, where is my pen? Maybe he just look, he cannot see the pen, he just asked the question, where is my pen? Boom, the vibration coming to me. I don't acknowledge hearing, turn it off. Boom, disliking coming on me. I don't like what he said to me. And then I don't acknowledge disliking, cut this one. The memory. Every day blaming something. Again, these people making to me all the time like this. I don't acknowledge this one. Memory, thinking, and anger. I must answer to him one time, cut these things you don't make to me anymore. Already, you see, boom, develop so much. And then I start to fight with them. You see already big fire. Maybe you just want to say where I put my pen. In my mind became big story. Yeah. If I acknowledge it, anger, boom, I can cut it. Sometimes we all this sentence, he told me till tomorrow I can all this. Again he said to me, again, every day, I collect it. So if usually I carry this maybe 1 year or 6 months, when I acknowledge more and more, boom, maybe I cut it only to half of the time. If I train myself enough, maybe 1 month I carry the anger. I train, boom, after 1 week I can let go. Maybe one day only, or maybe only 1 hour. I go back home, it's finished. Very difficult for us. We carry back home. When we go, we are driving, we still thinking what is people. Train enough, maybe we see the anger coming, boom, we don't let them come to explode up. If we train enough, we just see the anger coming, we can see the judging coming, we can turn them off. Right? Maybe we see the disliking coming. Maybe even this one we don't reach, we just stay hearing. Not develop in this way. Maybe then we can stay in neutral. Then we can act with wisdom. Before it we can build fire and we just fight each other.
I have to protect myself. This is one element I understand by acknowledging all these hindrances which can boil up, inside me. On the other hand, I also see that there seems to be a difficulty in staying neutral by not responding with metta, by just being neutral. This is probably not enough in a situation in order to be helpful and healing. This is it's not so easy actually. It requires first that I watch myself, but also it requires me not to be uninvolved. I have to still get involved in a healing, helpful way.
You're correct, 100%. That's why I start the last sentences with this, that sometimes we have to be with loving kindness, sometimes we need to be with karuna, sometimes we have to be with mudita, sometimes we have to be with loving kindness. You see, these 4 things can change very fast. Yeah, maybe sometimes you come in the front of someone is crying. Woo! You can come to him, oh, what happened? This is karuna. Yeah. And what do you have in your hand? You find so nice, I don't know, snail or whatever, something. You find something. Oh, what do you have in your hand? Oh, so beautiful. How you find it? I want also or something like this. Actually, this is mudita. Because I'm happy with what you have. And then he comes and say, but you make to me, you do. In this moment, I should be neutral. In 3 seconds, beep, change. Come with the loving kindness. Change into karuna, change into mudita, and with neutral. This is not hocus pocus. It's not that I read in the book how to behave. If you be mindful, the mindfulness will guide you already automatically how to play. It's not that I say, tomorrow I go like this, I should be in this position. Maybe I change to another position. But if you be mindful, the things is changing very fast, like this. But the mindfulness will show you in the present moment how to be, because you will be out of the situation. You don't see the things, you don't identify with them, you don't grab on it. It doesn't mean you start to cry, you feel sad. But you see him, he is sad. The sadness coming on him. So then you think, in the present moment, in the wisdom, how you should help them in this situation. It does not mean that I'm coming with greed, want to help them. I'm coming with a loving kindness, so I know that I can help them, but maybe I cannot help them at all. Maybe my child, I will teach him so much, and then he goes to drugs. Maybe this position, I did my best. I sent them to the best school, I teach them the right way. Maybe now only the police can help. I should not feel bad, blame myself, and not should expect for him that I pay so much money and now I have to give me back. Because he go to drugs, he make me so much anger after I give him so much. I'm teacher in the school. I'm checking so much the examination and everything, and I try to give to these children so much. Israel is very famous that the children, they don't come to the examination, they go to swim. What you can do? You teach, you make your best, but what you can do? You cannot force them to learn. If you get anger, it will not make them better students. Maybe what happened at the end, that they will have to work very hard to get their money to earn. You try to give them the best education, but it's up to them if they take it. You stay neutral. If they come again, try to give them again. Don't think don't take revenge, they make to me, I don't teach you. You see, you play with these four things all the time, for sure, because if you act only one thing, you stuck. But it's changing very fast. But if it depends on me, upside down. Everything will be wrong. If it depends on me, how to act, it's upside down. I will make everything wrong. But if I know sitting, rising, falling, hearing, the mindfulness will guide me. Very simple, but very difficult. Any questions?
I have one question, but maybe a short answer.
Okay, I can do. I try.
What is the relationship between Buddha and God? This question already came up, but I didn't understand it so good. So Buddha, did he believe in God, or did he think himself he's the best?
The Buddha didn't teach about God. There is a God, there is no God. He didn't teach about this. He say, I'm teaching only 4 things. Buddha is a human being. He born as a children to the papa and mama. He himself have wife and child. He find out the Vipassana and how to clean the mind. And in this way he learn how to stop suffering. That's what he teach 45 years. One time one monk come to the Buddha and they ask him, if you don't tell me how the secret of the word, how the word created, I believe you. If you don't tell me about the karma, it means the cause and effect in the world, how the relationship in the world and all these things, I believe you. People teach or people speak that you have a lot of power, a lot of things. If you don't tell me your secret, I will believe you. Even in the meditation there is strong power we can reach. If you don't tell me all this strong power, I leave you. Because other teachers, they teach how the God create the world, how it this and all these things, they teach exactly. They never teach us all these things. They will say, I never promise you all this story to tell you. You like to believe in God or whatever, it's up to you, it's okay. But I never promise you that if you come with me, this is my teaching will be for you. Only so many they teach, why I have to teach you this? I never promise you that this is my teaching. What I find out, what I can teach you, it's only 4 things. What is meaning of suffering? That is the reason that you are suffering. Stopping of the suffering, how to do it. I teach you not to do bad. I teach you to do good and be mindful of everything you are doing. That's all my teaching. If you believe Muhammad, be mindful, you believe Muhammad better. You believe Moses, you be Ahsan, you believe Moses better. Believe Jesus, be mindful, be better students for Jesus. You are father, be mindful, you be better father. You are mother, be mindful, you be better mother. You child, be mindful, you will be better child. For working in the company, be mindful, you be better worker for your company. You are a human being. Be mindful, you be better human being. That's all what I'm teaching you. How to be happy. He give example. He say you are suffering something like you are coming. I'm just a doctor. You come with me after you come back from the war, and someone shoot you the arrow. You're going to die already. So much suffering, so much pain. This kind of question, it's the same like you come to me now and you tell me, doctor, I don't want you to take out the arrow for me, only if you tell me what kind of poison is there. Doctor, I don't let you to cure me, I don't let you to take out the arrow for me, only you tell me what material is this arrow. What was the level of this man that shoot me? His family name. You already died. Did you ask me all this question? I answer you. It's useless for you. Why don't you let me just cure you and finish? This is all the teaching of the Buddha. Just be better people. Happy. I say people coming to me, I say you don't have to believe Buddha, you don't have to believe Vipassana. Only one thing I want for you. Just be happy. Happy you don't need me. At the time of the Buddha also, the monks, they come to the students of the monk, the Buddha, they were sitting together with others. They go in the night, they used to stay together in one place, in the forest or whatever. They go in the place in the forest, they were sitting there. Because it's comfortable place, other students of other sects and other teachers, they come together in the same time. And then they just start to talk. And one student, groups of students, they say, our teacher teach us this and this, we can fly, we can do, we can read, do. And the other group of students say, yeah, our teacher make this and this and we can do this and this. So they ask the students from the Buddha, what is your teacher can do? So the student from the Buddha say, when our teacher is eating, he knows to eat. When our teacher is walking, he knows that he's walking. When our teacher is sitting, he knows that he's sitting. Just simple people and happy. Dankeschön. Ich bedanke mich auch.